All right. Welcome everybody. Thank you for coming. What a privilege it is to sit and to sit together, to be able to take half an hour in the middle of the day of a Monday and just to be with ourselves. Hello, Moreg. Hello, Pete. Welcome. So today, I'd like to talk a little bit about talk really briefly about um, of something from the Zohar, which is a fundamental Kabbalistic text, which Kabbalah is like the Jewish mysticism. And the reason why I want to bring it up to this session is because it's so relevant. It's mindfulness teachings really, and it's so helpful. I know for me it's so helpful to navigate through this journey, which I call my life. So the Zohar was written on the way. There was this Jewish sage, Rabbi Shimon, and he was walking with his party from place to place. Really, the 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 destination was sometimes there was a point in the destination, but the destination was never about the destination. All the story is written by the way, on the side of the way. So they were walking and doing the things, and they met things on the way. Similarly, when we do meditation, it is not really, we don't sit to get somewhere, or we don't sit to do meditation. We sit. And the things that we meet on that time, on the way, this is the content. And often the things that are coming up, they were referred as gates. Now, the sources, by the way, for today's session, and probably will be many more sessions, it's out of this book called The Life of Wonder by Rabbi Yaakov Varshevski. And unfortunately, it's not translated to English yet. Maybe one day someone will get to it. And maybe more, it will be you and me one day. So they were walking and they met gates. Now, when the whole Zohar is written in codes and in metaphors and analogies, and when they write the word gate, it's actually it is hinting a blockage. And these guys were so on the one, they were so good in what they did, that every time that they encounter a blockage, they could see the gate in it. And once they were able to sit with it, to inquire about this really subtle but very loud voice inside, they could go through it. And this is when it became a gate. But originally, and more common, at least for me, it's blockages. It's blockages. They're blockages. It's a desire, it's a will to have an experience which I don't have. So I don't know, my blockages would be maybe this desire to be a better a parent, or a better husband, or a better just lover to myself. And every time I encounter it, it's like blockage, a contraction. So when we inquire, in a way, every time that there is a blockage and we inquire about it, we can perhaps hear something deeper within us Some say subconscious, some say inner child, some say soul or true self. This deeper part within us that is connected to something which is more than just, our frontal lobe. And really so first of all, as long as I'm not aware of it, as long as I'm not inquiring what it is, I will keep encountering it. I will keep meeting it. Sometimes in meditations, I know when I do a long meditation retreats, this is when all my fear comes, really, really, like the deepest fears, and which it feels not only mine, like, or generational. As long as we don't inquire and able to look at it, it keeps coming up, which on one hand, it's a curse. It's a curse because, we keep suffering, but it's a blessing because we keep getting opportunities to open that gate. And that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So there are three kinds of blockages, not gates, blockages. There is the one that I'm aware of. For example, I want to be a better parent and be more present with my children. There are the one that I'm not aware of, which I don't know what they are. I know there are things inside that I'm not aware of. I'm not ripe enough. I'm not ready enough. I'm not mature enough. Whatever. It's not my time yet. And there are those things which I am aware of, but I'm in denial, such as I don't need friends. I'm okay with myself. I love my family. I don't need anyone else. That's it. That's enough. Or I don't know. Things that we deny it because we don't want to encounter it. We don't want to face it. Those blockages come from many directions, many ways, many places. And there is the generational, like what I experience really, really strongly now since the 10th of October, the 7th of October. Like really just all kind of dreams are coming up that not from this life, like from Second World War. There is the education blockages that comes from education. For example, don't cry. It's not good to cry, but I'm sad. or trauma, an event that had happened and scarred me. I don't know, maybe something comes to your mind. To me, many things come to mind. There are many kinds of origins of those blockages. Lack spiritual time, location, socially. We won't get into all of them. Just because of time, really. It's such a beautiful subject, I find. But yeah, maybe in another opportunity. So one way to recognize and become aware of this blockage and to turn it into a gate is to observe our thoughts. Now, in the Zohar, it is said, observing the thoughts before sleep. There is something really unique in this state, before we fall asleep, when there is this deep relaxation and the mind, the brain waves change from beta to maybe alpha or delta, like something more relaxed, more quiet. And really, usually when we go to sleep, there is no recognition so much of them or memory of them, because we fall asleep. Though in meditation, we get an opportunity or more chance to observe those thoughts with more awareness and more intentions. So this is what we'll do today. We'll sit in a meditation and we'll look at our thoughts. We'll look at our thoughts, and I invite you to really ask yourself, if this thought that is coming, does it have anything to do with a blockage? I know for me, the most common one is a to-do list. To-do list. So not present. I don't want to get bored. I don't want to get bored because then I don't know, I'm not good enough. I'm not productive enough or whatever. So I can associate those thoughts with the blockages, and it's not about solving them, and it's not about attending them. It's just about looking at them. So we'll start the session with 5 minutes, 5 minutes of breathing, breathing in a unique way, breathing in a way that the sages of that time recommended that this is one of the breaths that helps us to connect to the divine. Again, the divine, we can interpret it however we want. The divine part within us, God, subconscious, or heard it once, super conscious, not sub, because it's so much higher, super conscious. Yeah. So we'll start with that breathing, and we're following the sound of the Tibetan bowls when one is inhalation and one is exhalation. Now it's rather fast. It's rather fast. If it's too much, just let go. If you don't feel comfortable with it, feel free to let go. If you feel overwhelmed, feel free to open your eyes, look around, just feel the senses. We won't do it long. The sages recommend to do it for 1 hour, and we will do it for 5 minutes just to get a taste. So finding any comfortable position. And if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. And taking a deep breath in. And full breath out. Just allowing yourself to land here. And another deep breath in. In the next exhalation, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the body. Relaxing the body. And this is the inhalation, and this is the exhalation. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. If you would like, you can deepen the breath to that pace. That would make it slightly more intense. Good job. Good. All the way to the upper chest. Feel a little bit dizziness, that's natural. That should pass soon. Last 1 minute. Relaxing the breath, just allowing the breath to breathe itself. And checking in with the experience. If you feel any sensation, what kind of sensations? Perhaps it's the sitting position, the way that you are supported right now, and the way that your body supports its posture. Maybe the sensations of the air touch the skin, or coming in and out through the nostrils. Maybe the experience mostly is in the mind, different thoughts about the past or the future, or the present. Maybe you can notice a feeling or mood, an emotion. Really just tuning in to what is right now, acknowledging that this is the experience right now, and it's okay. It's all right. And really gently escorting the attention to this natural breath of yours right now. Noticing the patterns. Perhaps it's how the body rise and fall with every breath, the chest or the abdomen. Maybe it's the cooler sensation in the inhalation as colder air goes in through the nostrils and warmer air in the exhalation. Using the breath as an anchor for this session, and just looking at the thoughts. If you notice a recurring thought, perhaps you can inquire into it. Maybe asking if it's related to your gate or your blockage. This is not about analyzing, but simply looking, asking, and coming back to the center, to the breath. Just collecting data. inquiring and coming back to the breath. Sometimes the experience is not necessarily in the mind, not necessarily in the thoughts, but mostly perhaps a sensation like tension, pressure, pain, or perhaps manifests as an emotion, sadness or fear or frustration, anger, boredom. Makes no difference. Inquiring, coming back to the breath. Taking a deep breath in and exhalation. Letting go of this practice for now. Moving the fingers, the toes. Before opening the eyes, I invite you to quickly check in with yourself. What can you sense in your body and mind and heart and spirit? Taking another deep breath in and the exhalation starting to come back. Mm. Thank you very much. Mm. I'll finish by saying that I'm really, really excited. That came up in the end of the meditation that in about 6 weeks, I will start a chevruta, kind of a chevruta online. It's a longer classes, an hour long, so we have enough time to talk about Kabbalistic and Jewish scripts and texts and prayers and blessings, and half an hour meditation. Sometimes it'll be 20 minutes and 40 minutes breath work, and yeah, just bringing a bit more volume to what's happening here and directing it around Kabbalah. So I'm really looking forward, really excited with it, and it's gonna happen on Thursdays evenings. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Blessings. I hope to see you next week.
Thanks, Gilad.
Thank you, Lawrence.